Konami has decided to drop a couple of bombshells on the day that I was planning on making this video. So instead of making a video for both topics, I'm just gonna combine them into one basic video. This section was initially going to be dedicated to Molcharmi Perulia, but Konami has since decided to make another one. Ferraro. This thing. And because they did that, it totally changes how I had to make this section. Anyways, ever since Perulia has been revealed for Infinite Forbidden, there have been talks about Maxi being banned in Japan and being unbanned here in the TCG. The conversation basically goes like this. I can't believe we're getting Maxi 2.0 in about a couple weeks from now. Maxi is a fair and balanced card, and decks like Dragon Link couldn't exist with Maxi in the format. So where do I stand on this? Should the game be balanced around a card that your opponent may or may not have to basically draw their entire deck? I think we're all looking at this matter incorrectly. Let's look at the argument taking the OCG stance of decks being balanced around Maxi. They're right, decks like Dragon Link and Whitewoods cannot exist in the OCG because of Maxi. And I think it's kind of a detriment to suppress decks like that. I think every single card should be allowed to thrive in some way, shape, or form, and having a format that suppresses deck building kills some of that creativity, and if you wouldn't have some of the creative decks that have been in the TCG meta game. Am I saying that a format being balanced around Maxi is wrong, and all formats should have Maxi banned? No. I just think it's incorrect to have Maxi in the TCG. The OCG seems like it's kind of accepted that it's just going to be perpetually balanced around Maxi, and the deck building and strategies over there reflect that. The format is very much warped around Maxi, considering Crossout is limited and Called By is semi-limited, just because of Maxi balancing the game. With that said, with the reveal of this thing, it seems like Konami is trying to break Maxi up into separate conditions and have a downside for drawing too much from the effect. It does seem like they're pushing for Maxi to be banned while still having that balancing of Maxi in the format. Maxi being banned in the OCG might be a very real thing that could happen because of these two cards. Regardless, it seems like people want to play a format where Maxi, or something like it, exists. That's not Master Duel because how it balances in the game, and it's not a best of one. The temptation to say to those people, play OCG is there, that's not really a solution. There's no support for it outside of Asia. That's really the biggest problem with this whole situation. The OCG uses cards that we don't have access to for at least a couple months, and by the time we do get those cards, the format in the OCG has changed so drastically it's not even applicable at that point. I think the easiest solution to this is to incorporate OCG lists into Time Wizard formats, or something like it. That way we can kind of look at what the OCG looked like when we have these sets available, and just kind of go from there. Konami made an announcement today at the timing of filming this video that the ban list would be released in August, just to see what info does. I had a feeling that the next ban list would be after the WCQ, but there were a few people that were hopeful that it would be before the WCQ and hit decks like Branded and Snake Eye, just so that I don't have to deal with that nonsense. That's wishful thinking, but keep in mind, we're getting a new set legal the day of the WCQ. Were you really expecting people to be able to modify their decks that much within the week of the event? With the ban list being after the WCQ and in August, it gives us enough time to see what cards need to be hit. Like Perulia, if it needs to be hit. I doubt it's going to be banned outright, but they could hit it to 1. What I'm interested in doing is putting Perulia into deckout.deck. But you guys are going to learn about that one next week. Let me know what you guys think down below, along with anything I may have missed and any suggestions for future videos. But until next time, goodbye.